I think this song is what it is because Luke's on it, and he hates when I say that, but I mean, you know, Luke really did kind of add that extra piece to it that we didn't even know was missing. Hey, I'm Jordan Davis, and this is the hit story of my song, Buy Dirt, with Luke Bryan.
Buy dirt, find the one you can't live without. Get a ring, let your knee hit the ground.
This is a song about faith, family, and friends. I wrote this with my brother, Jacob, Matt Jenkins and Josh Jenkins. We were actually on a writer's retreat just south of Nashville, and it was pretty much in the middle of the pandemic, so there was no shows. I was kind of in this spot where music had been such a staple in my life for the past 5 years, and then all of a sudden it went away, and all I had was a lot of time to myself, my family, and my friends, and that's kind of where the start of Buy Dirt came from. And I kind of went back to this conversation I was having with my grandfather. You know, he had this rocking chair in his backyard. He would sit out there and just watch these martins come into this big birdhouse he had. I don't know why that image stuck out in my head, and I obviously told Jacob that, and that was kind of the direction we took it. When we were halfway through the song, I can't remember who said it, but somebody was like, man, this feels like early Luke Bryan. That was the first time Luke kind of came up. And then after that, it was tough to get Luke, you know, out of my head, and I was just kind of like, well, you know, he's a buddy of mine, and I honestly just sent him a text message and said, hey, Luke, this song means a lot to me. I would love for you to be a part of it and maybe sing that second verse. I mean, he called me back immediately after listening to it and was like, hey, man, I want to sing this, so let's go do it.
Before you get caught on that ladder, let me tell you what it's all about.
You know, the first time hearing it done, mastered, it was pretty almost emotional. I remember texting my brother being like, dude, I think we did something pretty cool. I mean, that chorus to me, it's almost crazy. Sometimes I look back on it and I'm like, man, did we really write that? Find the one you can't live without, get a ring, let your knee hit the ground. That's the best decision I ever made.
Find the one you can't live without. Get a ring, let your knee hit the ground.
It's tough to pick out a favorite lyric, but I mean, that first verse is pretty special. You know, every time I hear it, I think of my grandpa. A few days before he turned 80, he was sitting out back in a rocker. Said, what you been up to lately? I said, chasing a dollar.
And in between sips of coffee, he poured this wisdom out. Said, if you want my 2 cents on making a dollar count.
I kind of go right back there, and it's cool, you know, because every night I get to sing it, I kind of see him. That video was actually supposed to be a totally different thing. Eric Ryan Anderson shot it, and he kind of had this idea of like a drive-in movie type vibe. A massive storm ripped through and totally blew down the entire LED wall. It delayed us for like 4 hours. Me and Luke actually drove about 25 minutes south to his farm, and we drove around and drank cold beer while we waited out the storm. We came back to see that the video wall was totally crashed, so we had to pivot and do a totally different video. It was pretty stressful, but good thing I had about a 4 or 5 beer buzz on, and I was able to just kind of deal with it. And I think Luke was kind of in the same boat. My favorite part of the video is probably the B-roll in between the cuts of me and Luke. Eric actually went up to Kentucky to a farm and shot a family as they went about their normal day. And it's actually weird how close the man in that video looks like my grandfather. It was really fast in seeing the fan reaction to how fast they were gravitating to this song. I mean, the song was out for a couple of weeks, and you show up, you play 2 songs, and they're all screaming at you, Buy Dirt, which is something that we never kind of experienced. In our set list, Buy Dirt is the last song, which is crazy. It's something that I never thought I would ever do, ending on a slow song. It truly is like special. You know, and I usually end it with just an a cappella chorus of us singing with the crowd, and they know every word. So it's a special one to play live. I know my band loves to play it, and I hope the fans enjoy it.